Hello, hello. My name is Lopius Loflopus, and today we're going to continue playing The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante. Ah, my baby brother has arrived. The Newborn's Cry, Chapter 1. You eye the little bundle in your father's arm with curiosity. Behind the many layers of swaddling cloths is your newborn baby brother. Mother is glowing and smiling with joy. Stephen and Gloria are also here, all excited. You promise yourself you're going to be the best big brother in the world. You'll never hit him, oh no. The two of you will play together and tease Stephen together and help Mother together and go on so many adventures together. It feels so strange to be an older brother. Just the other day, you were the youngest in the family. But everything is different now. Your parents name your little brother Nathan, and Mother spends day and night by his side. And Nathan cries all the time, day and night. Mother barely gets any sleep. She is so worn out she starts forgetting things. Like today, for instance. She forgot her knitting in the armchair in the sitting room. You better bring it back to her as soon as possible. You run to Mother's bedroom. You miss her smile so much. You walk in without saying hello and give her the knitting. But instead of gratitude, you get an ice-cold, exhausted stare. Nathan is also there, screaming all the time. Go away, Telemachus! You're bothering me! She spits these words out through her teeth. Look at the bawling newborn. She can't even get a minute of respite. Enough already! What are you going to stop? I just want some peace and quiet! Mother leaps across the room and starts shaking Nathan with malice in her eyes. He cries even louder. She looks so tired from his never-ending screams. She seems to be within an inch of smashing him against the wall. Somebody has to do something. You're scared of your mother right now, but you fear for Nathan's life much more. Alright, let's see. We have technically 4 choices, but I think one of them is locked. We have call father for help, perception +1, redirect her anger to yourself, +1 for determination. Or you get to snatch Nathan from your mother. Family before. We save our little brother. It's time to save our little brother. I'm going down the 3rd route. We snatch Nathan from our mother. You leap at your mother and demand she give you Nathan. She freezes when she hears the word. You snatch your little brother out of her arms. She chokes with rage and falls on the bed screaming. You run away to the playroom. Your baby brother's heavy in your arms. He sniffles. You sway him gently like Mother did and quietly sing a lullaby about the twins. Oh god. English is hard. Nathan calms down. Soon he closes his eyes. You put the newborn on your bed and swear on your life that no one will ever hurt him when you're around. You hear heavy footsteps in the hallway. Father enters the playroom. He looks at you, then at Nathan, somewhat confused. Robert Brante, you did something bigger than you today, son. It is a noble deed to protect your family, but you should have come to me. Please, understand. This was my duty, not yours. You saved your baby brother from harm. If you feel yourself ready to take the responsibility to protect others, then maybe you can walk the path of the noble when you're older. But for now, we should bring him back to your mother. Come with me. He picks Nathan up. Your brother is fast asleep, breathing quietly. The 3 of you return to Mother's bedroom. Father puts Nathan back in the crib. Mother is no longer screaming. She embraces you. Please, forgive me. The twins know I was out of my mind. Please don't be angry with me. You hug Mother in response. Oh, hey. And we have a stat exchange, +2. with Nathan Brante, my youngest brother. Oh no, my willpower has gone down. Next action, I'm going to have to get willpower back up. Year 1122, Nathan has been born, my younger brother. And so passes into the year 1123. The ant farm. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Conditions met, perception is greater than or equal to 4. The ant farm. Your younger brother Nathan is growing. Mother spends more time with the rest of the family now. You help her and play with your brother and take care of him when she asks. You often go to Mother's room to sit at the foot of her bed after Nathan falls asleep. She reads you the sacred books and asks you about the things you learned that day. During these moments, you see the world through her eyes as well. One day, the door of your room opens, and she brings in a large box covered with a piece of cloth. It is rare for you to see her so overjoyed. She sets the box on the floor and removes the cloth. The box under the cloth is made of glass and has a wooden base. Inside, you see a layer of earth shaped into carefully crafted passages. And these passages are full of hard-working ants. Telemachus. This is my gift to you. An ant farm. It's a little world in a small box. We can watch them through the glass. Look, this is the queen ant. She is the reason all these little ants were born. You sit by the box together. You hold your breath as you watch the ant colony at work. These turn out to be There turns out to be a method to the ants' chaotic movements. Every single one of them has a task to perform. Some of them have larger mandibles. They are the protectors of the colony. They can draw blood from your finger. Others work all around the colony, repairing the walls, clearing any debris from the passages. There are also workers who collect food you put in a special tray. Leaves, bits of meat, maggots, and bring it to the rest of the colony. You take a worker ant and put it right next to the food. However, the insect has no interest in it. It starts circling around the tray aimlessly. Mother takes the tray ant and puts it back where it belongs. Why did you do that, my son? The ants cannot do what they were born to do. Each of them was born for their own job. You shake your head slowly. If only the ants could do what you wanted them to do. This is your gift now, so they belong to you. Or maybe Mother's presence is the reason they won't obey you. Oh no. Oh no. I get insight as destiny. My personality is... And I do get +1 to personality. But I get -1 unity. I did say for the next action I would go for willpower. Family before all. Mother's look is full of warmth and love. Nathan, Gloria, and Father are away right now. For the first time in a long while, it is just the two of you. And Mother takes great joy in watching over the ant farm. She shares her knowledge of the world with you. The things she tells you are true. You move closer to her and suggest going outside and finding some bugs for the ants. She agrees to this happily and holds your hand as you leave the house. Soon you are busy catching bugs and sharing your thoughts on how the ants will feed the colony with them. Oh god, do you guys hear that? There's construction out of my house right now, and it is very loud. Soon, you're busy catching bugs and sharing your thoughts on how the ants will feed the colony with them. From time to time, you laugh together, making up stories about errant flies and caterpillars overflowing the ant kingdom. You and Mother hold hands as you return to your room. She can't help but smile. It is a faint smile, a child's smile, a smile full of sunlight. You're so happy to have seen the world through your eyes today. Hey, I got my willpower back. You wake up to Father's touch on your shoulder. He's finally back home after a long trip. Oh, wait, that wasn't construction, that was a train. Toy soldiers, Robert Brante. Telemachus. Today is your special day. The day when you begin your studies. Now, teachers will be coming to your home to teach you. You must do everything they say. Be diligent in your studies, and you will grow closer to the nobleman's lot. And since you must remember this day, a present is in order. Lydia, get our little boy dressed. I am taking him to the market district. Stephen wants to come with you too, but Father shushes him sternly. This is your day. Your other brother is hurt to hear this, but he stays quiet. An open carriage takes the two of you through the dusty, noisy city streets. Pleasant wind tussling your hair. Your city is called Anazut. That you already know. It is one of the largest cities in the entire empire. There is a big shadow on the street. It comes from the white foliage of an enormous tree that spreads its branches all over the city. My son, did you know that the silver tree grew from the blood of our God's own disciples? It has been growing here for hundreds of years, right in our city. It cannot be damaged or burned. Not even the clergy know why. The carriage comes to a halt by a small shop next to a city square. But that is a very, very long train. Holy crap. You run there, and freeze by the stalls in excitement. The shop is packed with dolls and figurines and toys. You've never seen so many at once before. Have you chosen your present yet? Father asked. You have. You want the Holy Order set, which includes several figurines of the Empire's greatest warriors of all time. You rattle off everything you know about the Holy Order. They were the ones who aided the Emperor's own forces in seizing the province of Myra and storming our city. That's how we joined the Empire. Father nods in approval. Very well. Oh no, very well. This guy's happy. Very well. War isn't your lot for now. But maybe these toy soldiers will teach you to think like a general. We will lead them into battle and study military strategy. Go ahead, take your present. Having said this, Father turns away to examine the books. You run to the box of toy soldiers, delirious with excitement. But there is a fancy-dressed boy in your way. He's about to take your warriors for himself. He elbows you aside and reaches for the box. Anger overcomes you and you push him from behind. Your opponent falls to the floor. The rich boy screams so loudly everybody in the store hears it. He hit me! He hit me! A tall tower of a man looms over you. This is the boy's father. But then you feel your own father's hand on your shoulders. What happened? You press against father, your mind more at ease now. He will protect you. Yes, you shoved the boy to the front and to the floor in front of everyone, but he tried to take your present for himself. Father turns you around to face him when he hears these words. Is it true, Telemachus? Did you strike the son of a nobleman? I have three choices. I can deny my guilt, and quietly say that was an accident, and I do get willpower plus 10. I can tell him the truth, and I get plus 1 to determination. But my family will suffer because of this, because I struck a nobleman. Or do I admit my guilt? My willpower will be minus 5. But my father will be grateful. Bucket. I tell him the truth. It isn't fair to blame you for letting you speak to. You didn't want to shove the stupid boy. He was the one who shoved you first. But the angry nobleman, the boy's father, will not let you finish. Nobody cares a whit for your so-called truth, little lowborn. The law is the law, and your punishment is due. Your father nods in agreement to these words, no matter how sad they make you. They may make him. God, I'm so done! Your father nods in agreement to these words, no matter how sad they may make him. Can I read? They lead you and nobleman's son out of the shop. You're told to bow to him and show humility. A bad feeling sends a shiver down your spine. With a satisfied grin on his face, the boy swings his arm and slaps you on the cheek. He strikes you again and again. Enough! He got what he deserved. We're leaving. Get out of our way. Your head is swimming from the heavy blows. You return to your senses back in your bed, with servants treating your face. Father stays by your side all day. The morning after, you find a little box in your bed with tin soldiers of the Holy Order inside. You paid dearly for your stubbornness. Year 1124, summer. The family dinner. Today, Father ordered the dinner table to be brought out into the yard. For the first time in months, he's home. Outside the confines of his always locked study. He spent the entire day playing with Nathan and you, discussing various matters with Stephen, now an adolescent, and walking in the garden. And now at dinner under the open sky. The entire family gathers together, with Father at the head of the table, smiling. He asks each of you about your studies. Nathan climbs up to his knees and recites a counting rhyme in a funny sing-song voice. Stephen mentions that his fencing teacher praised his accomplishments. He rises from the table together with Father to show his skill in a practice duel. Next comes Gloria's turn. She stands in her chair and recites a lengthy prayer by heart. Mother showers her sister with praise. Father chuckles quietly, hiding a smile on his mustache. When your turn comes, you recite all the ranks of the Legion, from common soldier to high commander. Stephen listens to you with a skeptical look on his face. Night slowly falls, but the servants ensure that the yard is well illuminated. You don't feel cold in the dusk tonight. It feels good, yet so important. All of you are finally together, sitting at the same table, no fighting, just smiles. No arguing, just pleasant small talk. Then a servant approaches Father with a letter in his hand. He reads it in the dim light. Each line gradually washes the smile off. Father's face is until only a stony cold mask remains. Okay, I can do that better. He reads it in the dim light, and each line gradually washes the smile off Father's face until only a stone cold smile. God damn it. Okay, I can do that better. Wait. Third try. Third time's a charm. He reads in the dim light, and each line gradually washes the smile off Father's face until only a stone cold. Oh, for fuck's sake! He reads it in the dim light, and each line gradually washes the smile off Father's face until only a stone cold mask remains. I need to read. I actually need to reread. Mother looks at Father with an unspoken question in her eyes. Gregor Brante is coming back to Anzanot. He is the head of our family. My father. Grandfather's returned, year 1124. Your grandfather, Gregor Brante, returned to the family home from the capital. Ever since the news of grandfather's impending arrival, there has not been a single day when the house has not been cleaned or decorated. Your parents anxiously make sure everything is in order. They tell you to wash your face and hands after walks and scold you for leaving books on the floor. They tell Gloria she'll be flogged if she is ever seen hiding in the attic. They make Stephen stay in his room. Even baby Nathan gets in trouble. Everyone is on edge. Then one day, grandfather arrives. It is a grim day. So hot your neck is sticky with sweat. Father, mother, Stephen, Gloria, you, and Nathan, the entire Brante family, stands on the porch in front of the house. The house servants lined up behind you. The carriage arrives, and out steps a tall, gaunt old man with a heavy walking stick and a heavier gaze. You cringe instinctively. Good health to you, father. Children, greet your grandfather as you have been taught. Still trying to look like a real nobleman, are you? You can't fool me, Robert. I was the first of the Brante family to be ennobled by the mantle, and I am the only one who remembers how to bear this burden properly. I live honorably by my lot. Your marriage to that low-born wretch cut us off from ever becoming nobles of the sword. My progeny could have been born bearing noble blood. Father, I beg of you, this is not the place. Grandfather eyes him with scorn and walks into the house, the entire family following close behind him. I've been away far too long. The entire house is a mess. This is an insult. How can you live in such a pigsty, Robert? The servants have grown far too lazy, all thanks to your commoner of a wife. I warned you, did I not? And you did as you saw fit. And the children? What do they know of tradition or honor? They are being raised in a virtuous family, father. And now you're speaking like a lowborn who's content to live in humility. Twins willing, now that I'm here, this will not happen again. I'm taking your oldest son to the capital. I see you cannot provide Stephen with a proper education, so I will correct your mistake. Your brother's fate has been decided just like that. Father does not object. He orders the servants to prepare Stephen for the journey. Stephen freezes in place, glancing at grandfather and father again and again. The latter puts a hand on his shoulder reassuringly. Grandfather's lips are a tight line, white with contempt. Actually, I wonder, what's my House of Brante? We have tarnished on it right now. We're not disgraced. We're okay. I mean, we're not in poverty, but we're, like, middle class, basically. And our unity is, like, okay. It's on the borderline between disagreements and peace. The house is examined room after room. Everything grandfather sees is showered with scorn. He scoffs at a creep on blanket in Nathan's crib and mother's bedroom. He mocks Gloria's knitting in her room. The door to your room is next. What is this, Robert? 10 soldiers in your younger son's room? He was born a commoner. I won't have him daydreaming of battle. Grandfather seizes the box containing the tin warrior of the Holy Order. Your father stays silent. Anger and fear boil within you. This is your big present from the first day of your studies. It means so much to you. But what if he's right? What if you need to prove your right to command the 10 soldiers first? Grandfather shakes his head in disapproval and shoves the toy box into the roaring fireplace. If you wait too long, they will melt into flames. Do I watch them melt helplessly? Do I rescue my 10 soldiers? Burst into tears? Or strike grandfather? This bitch needs to die. Overwhelmed by helpless rage, you run to grandfather and kick him in the leg with all the strength you can muster. Yet he's immovable. The next thing you see is him leaning, towering over you menacingly, his heavy walking stick in hand. Low-born scum! How dare you raise a hand to me! The blow hits home. The hand of the walking stick is as heavy as rock. You are dazed, robbed of both hearing and sight. Down comes another blow. A sharp pain splits your head. Then darkness. Your hand twitches against your will, then again and again, like it is trying to catch a flying butterfly. And then you fall into the primordial void. The void takes away a part of you, one of the lives you were given to live. It will never return. There is pain and desperation, and a sense of loss. Nothing can be done now. This is my first death. You fall into a pain that embraces you like a soft feather bed. You feel light, free. There are no restraints, just a warm glow that envelops you in its secure embrace. The waves carry you, their touch is soft, they delicately enshroud what was once your body. It is a feeling unlike anything you have ever experienced before, something absolute and complete. You touch something greater, the reason behind everything, the reason for your existence. You were sculpted from this light. It was the first thing you ever felt, a boundless and sincere unity of the diverse. Your beginning was a spark that cast its light in all directions. And now, you are here again, one with the beginning of everything. The light gleaming from within you resembles the light of the shining pillar. You still see it, in the north as always. The waves of light carry you to two figures. The elder is nearest. He's ready to accept you. He's quiet, wise, kind, and pure. The younger waits further back. You do not know what he is yet. The wave pauses at the elder's feet. He leans over you and plants a feather-like kiss on your forehead. The kiss spreads all over you. You're filled with unparalleled delight and bliss. You exist. You are unique. There's no one else like you. They know this, and they love you. You will never be alone. You're a part of them, a part of your family, a part of this universe. The twin gods will never leave you. They watch over you constantly. The elder softly touches you as you lie spread out amongst the waves, sending you further down the torrent of light. You float on to the top of the silver tree's spreading crown. The closer you get to the silver tree, the heavier you become. The waves draw you down along its trunk, but you do not wish to part with the warmth and softness, with the love. You turn around. The elder is still watching you. He nods. All is as it should be. Go. Your time has not yet come. You must return to the world now. As you tumble toward your body, you comprehend the true meaning of your lesser death and the divine love that has been revealed to you. Love exists not only in the hereafter, it is present in the entire design of the twins that is the origin of all life in this world. What is the manifestation of this love in your mortal life? Fire? Lot? Alright, I should probably read why. So, Empire. By creating the Empire, the twin gods cared for all living creatures. The Empire is the only thing that gives us a place in this world and a connection to others. It's an enormous family, made for people by the gods. My lot? The gods give you a clear mission in this world, thus gifting you every being. This is the manifestation of the love for you and for all living things. Family. Love always lives in kindred blood. You share the miracle of life in the universe with your kin. Your family is what you are given upon being born, and what you leave behind when you depart. Cause. The love of gods has for you is so great that they allow you to change the world they have created, to influence it with your deeds. Whatever your mission is, it is proof of the twins' god love for you, yourself. What could be a stronger manifestation of love than your very existence? Your every emotion, every thought, every action exists by virtue of the love from which the twin gods created you. Or remain silent. You do not find the answer you seek. I'm gonna go for cause. A sudden comprehension of love, of which the entire world is imbued, illumines your mind, but then it fades away and vanishes. Oh no. You regain the sensation of your flesh, is heavy and unwieldy. It lacks the lightness. That light, it is a burden. It is smothering you. You gasp for air. Your chest expands painfully. You feel as though your lungs are about to burst. The stagnant odor of the crypt fills them, revolting, but so real. You are back. Alright, I think that's where I'll end off for today. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.